Alright everybody, hello and welcome to VR Master League here on Channel 1. I'm Palidore, being joined by PAMWOW somewhere for Echo. PAMWOW?
Yeah, how's it going everyone?
Goodness.
PAMWOW here. Just joining Palidore for another OCE cast. You know how it is. What's up, Palidore?
I don't know. What's up? My goodness. Well, this is another episode of Echo Overtime. As you can see, we are here in the OCE, and PAMWOW is looking mighty intimidating there. I'm kind of scared, to be honest, but at the same time, I wouldn't have it any other way. PAMWOW, you frightened me, but how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just got to readjust myself here. Just couldn't resist the opportunity. You know, you're gonna give me the camera opportunity. I'm gonna provide the lightsaber. How's it going, everyone?
Yeah, well, you know what? It matches your avatar. I was half expecting you said you were going to come out with a surprise here on stream. A 50-50 chance it was going to be a lightsaber. The other 50% chance something avatar related potentially. I don't know. Maybe a Mr. Sokka sock puppet. Yeah, I don't know. But
could maybe next time. Maybe
Sokka
next time
puppet.
I'll sort something out.
Yeah, maybe. Well, nonetheless, I dig the saber. I dig the fact that we do have at least one player here on the orange team now. How have you been? Break week, you know, it's been a little while since we have an OCE match here on stream, about a week and a few days. So yeah, what's been up? What's been new?
Speaking of new, I mean Flaming Chaos, preferably a new team with familiar faces. We've got Army and Core both moving in from Angelus Prophets to Flaming Chaos, as well as Manly Pineapple joining up, you know, and FV Critical, Letter the Phoenix, and Rocket Shan. Every time I read that name, Rocket Shan, I just have this urge to sing Rocket Man, but we're not going to do that today. I mean, maybe I will. If they get like a good cut in, I might let it loose. But with that said, yeah, it's always a pleasure casting these new teams heading up against each other. Divinity, obviously not one of those new teams, actually well rested within this season. You actually casted their recent match against Dragon Slayers, which they took that dub in. And both you and I actually casted their other match, which was Synth Cybernetics and Divinity, which they also took that dub in. So yeah, a lot of excitement heading into this one.
Yeah, for sure. And with that, welcome to the Twitch chat, whether you're live in the VOD or otherwise. I see some F's in the chat. Why, what's going on? Rip to the two players. Oh, F on the cast, I suppose. Well, nonetheless, welcome to the stream. Hope your day is well. Night. Whatever it is.
Yeah, 7:10 p.m. At least for me, I'm not sure how it works in places like New Zealand and stuff, wherever you are from. I think in America, what's the time for you now? Isn't it like 2 a.m.? I can't do math. Math checks out.
Math checks out. Yeah, it's 2:10 a.m. And
2:10.
Yeah, 2:10. It's a solid hour. Almost the witching hour. What's the witching hour? 3 o'clock, right? Something like that. I don't know.
I've got no clue which witching hour is the witching hour, but I guess we'll figure that one out by the end of the cast. Maybe at the witching hour, there's going to be some dubstep action. Maybe that's how it works out.
Yeah, or sandwiches. The sandwiching hour, my favorite of them all. Midnight snacks, or just dinner time, really, by my internal clock standards. But either or, yeah. 3 to 6 a.m. says Zodiac. Spirits are most active.
Palidore, you don't have an internal clock. You can't trick anyone in this chat, mate. We all know that you run on pure echo.
Incorrect. Well, partially correct. You know what I run on? G Fuel. Or actually,
G Fuel.
0 G Fuel.
0 G Fuel.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. So excuse my Australian. I'm waiting for the Dr. Pepper drink.
You know what? I'm not sure I can do this, but you're the one with the lightsaber, but force choking doesn't seem to. Hey, buddy, PAMWOW. I'm a big fan of that lightsaber. It's so red.
Mate. I'll just keep that right by me for the next time you pull out something like that, mate. Because honestly, I'm just fed up.
Yep. You know what I have, though?
What do you have?
Okay.
I
Red
didn't
versus
mean it.
blue. Let's go.
I didn't mean it. Okay, you can't do much about that. Honestly, just get me out. Get me out, guys. I'll actually get me back in. I think the teams are readying up.
Okay. Well, let's hope we make it to the end of this stream. Use the forces of good here as we start the cast. So again, I'm Palidore, that's PAMWOW, and this is OCE, and we're about to begin the first round.
All right, and here we go. Flaming Chaos heading up against Divinity, a matchup that hasn't happened as of yet, but let's just see how it turns out. Already punching their way into that midfield and setting themselves up around the post, and that is going to be the first shot heading over to Divinity, just collapsing in over that first initial joust.
And nice work to capitalize on the open goal there. Bob Jeffrey, assisted by Orion, and Virtual Lifeguard, what's up? I am up late, and well, so are all of us here. Spooky, spooky indeed. Witching Hour, known for its lightsabers and Star Wars theme promotion. We're not even sponsored, but maybe we'll be after this stream.
Maybe I'll sort something out. I think maybe if we can get you a lightsaber as well, Palidore, we can definitely arrange something. Palidore returns, the awakening of Palidore, whatever you want to call it. Leto the Phoenix from the sky to Rocket Shan. He's a rocket man. Burning out the fuse. He got the 2 points.
Hey, you promised me you'd sing, and there we go. So Rocket Shan getting unstarted as well. Right back at him. Only 19 seconds off on the floor. Oh boy. So OCE, how's it going over there? Like I said, and I know it's one of those late night streams, or I guess evening streams for you guys, but I'm happy to be back. I've already done a lot of casts this week, and I was just promising PAMWOW I'm going to be doing a lot more. So get ready for the rest of the season. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, 100%, especially with matches like this, Palidore, all these new teams that are forming out, because with a community like this, it's always going to be growing. You're always going to have new players wanting to formulate their new teams, and always just moving around in general here. So just to see all these new teams, look at that save there from F Critical, sending that one out to the right tunnel. But yeah, all these new teams just definitely keeping it interesting.
Oh, look at that. Perfect setup to Leto the Phoenix. I will correct myself because I was saying Phoenix for so long, and that just has to do with where I live. My capital city. It's Phoenix, but alas, I can't be pushing my caster's biases here in OCE. It doesn't work that way.
I think you could keep saying Phoenix and just keep it as a pun, to be honest. As long as he's like rising up from down below, you could say like a Phoenix, whatever you want to say. Divinity didn't get their say in the goals there. However, they are going to find the rebound. Bob Jeffrey getting the dusty off Leto and sending it to the right. Tarina funneling it down below to the post, bouncing off the post. Nice. Orion, and a great bounce shot from the post inside.
I really like that too, that top ding, so the nice placement makes it even harder to grab for the goalkeepers. So they'll get on the scoreboard once again. What's up to Paddish? Now, I guess we have now NA, EU, and OCE present on the stream. So welcome to Paddish here on in VRML. You're in the right place, right time. I assure you this has been a fun stream already, even before this match started.
Yeah. Love to see everybody joining up in the chat. It's a game of many cultures. Here comes the steal from Rocket Shan. Nobody saw that one coming, resetting it back to the right tunnel, missing the teammate, unfortunately. And will there be a punishment here coming from Flaming Chaos? No, I mean, Divinity able to quickly bring themselves back up to the goals here, but now Army, sending it over to Leto, and Leto just getting overwhelmed there.
So take over into the midfield. Bob Jeffrey linked up very nicely with Orion. And Orion looking to get right into the goal off that backboard. And they will be on the scoreboard for 6-2. That's a lead. And we still got plenty of time.
Yeah, already 6-2, and there's only been 4 minutes, or not even, elapsed within this first round. It feels like there's so much action that has just been jammed into this round already, and still so much time left. So heading on the joust advantage here, Flaming Chaos, Rocket Shan taking their time here. I don't want to waste away that possession just yet, and you can see all the teammates setting themselves up here. They're trying to pressure that pass. Divinity, and they might be able to make it work for themselves. Leader able to quickly grab the disc and do a bit of juking while he does find that reset over to Army.
That's some good short-range handoffs. I like it. Rocket Shan up high, looking to drop ship, and instead, actually gets to slip by. So backboarded. Oh, off the head. What was that? You know what? That was exactly what they wanted, exactly what they needed. I feel like that's a song too, PAMWOW, but nonetheless, within two.
Okay, I'm thinking of a lot of different songs at the same time. You think, show me what you want, show me what you need, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice, but it's probably something else.
Yeah, we'll go
Is
with
it
that
the
one.
perfect recipe? All right, okay, it's the perfect recipe. Anyway, 5 minutes 25 on the timer here, and Flaming Chaos not letting go of this lead that Divinity have created for themselves here. Lead 2 with the possession.
And Phoenix, Phoenix, sorry. It will be taken back a big stun, couple of stuns. Bob Jeffrey taking it over. What's up to General Laziness as well? Zalomi making off and Outback Blaze House. Welcome back to the stream as we continue on with the halfway point exactly, taken by Vague.
Yeah, and Outback Blaze asking Orion how to pronounce his name. Wait, give me a second here. I might be to blame if I don't cast this one. Bob Jeffrey, after receiving that pass, that sneaky little pass there from Vague, to find those 2 points and extend that lead by another 4 points. Outback Blaze asking Orion how to pronounce his name, Pan. Orion, wouldn't it be? If that's what you're asking me? I'd assume so. Orion.
Wait, they have that over there?
Yeah, we have that over here.
Orion. Autobots.
No, we don't have that over here. Well, maybe we
okay.
do. Maybe I'm just uncultured. But anyway, trying to find a few points for themselves. Divinity dinging off the bottom side of the post there.
All right, well, Letter of the Phoenix into the midfield. That's going to be cleared, bouncing right into the bottom of the trench, overtaken by Orion. So Orion being quite alright. The defense nearby, but out of sight, out of mind. A good duck coming in from Bob Jeffrey with a pass off to Tarina. Tarina the spin. So Tarina the ballerina, I suppose, as it's taken over by Vague, who passes it right back to Bob Jeffrey on this approach. Everyone cutting. The pass is just missing there, and that last connection could have got them the goal. But a rebound now by the wedge. They'll still have another shot.
Yep, and with that possession, looking to do just that, sending it down below to Bob, and Bob creeping up behind for those 2 points. A great passing play there from Divinity, finding that snipe pass right underneath the goals.
And also shout out to Eli, shouting out this interesting match. So welcome to it as well. And Paddish, well, I'm glad you're glad, although I'm not glad that you quit. But then again, maybe so did I. That's why PAMWOW was threatening me with a lightsaber. But actually hijacked VRML tonight, but that's okay. Bob Jeffrey quite all right. 13-4 as that goal lights up.
Yeah, well, in terms of professional, VR Master League, I think I'm definitely happy with the situation that I'm with now. I couldn't be happier being able to cast all these games with Palidore. Just being able to cast them in general definitely makes me very happy, especially because I wasn't. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to taint my legacy. I was the best Echo player alive. 1v1 me. Yeah, I definitely do prefer the casting scene here, so couldn't be happier. So yeah, I agree with you there, Palidore.
And this is why you're the newest member of the board, taking my place. Well, in any case, back to Letter of the Phoenix, and they've got an approach here. They've been struggling to score a little bit these last few minutes after the initial start. I mean, the big barrage of points coming in for that baker's dozen, 13 points. So if they can get another score here, that'd be very nice for them going to the second round, although it's going to take a little bit longer, it would seem.
Yeah, the power's getting to my head with this lightsaber, Palidore. I'm just robbing people of their jobs. I'm becoming the most powerful member on the board. You can't stop me, Palidore. Unless you, I don't know, if you're thinking about getting a lightsaber as well, then we might have to have a 1v1 as we see the 1v1 in the goals here, extending away and finding the save.
All right, well, good grab there, diving off and denying some extra points, although some rebounds here might just discourage the rest of this round, because as I said, any more points going against them, especially this late juncture, I mean, you really want to be able to at least finish strong even if the round is out of hand, and trying to do just that, but right out of hand is Bob Jeffrey with that disc, and they're up to 15 very strong points. A lot of scores here in round one.
Yeah, definitely beginning to become out of hand here in the later half of this first round. 15-4, an 11-point lead here for Divinity. So Flaming Chaos here, they do have the joust advantage, and always getting those points at the end of the round can always spark a bit of a comeback into the later rounds. So you definitely don't want to give up hope just yet, and you don't want to keep that momentum on the side of Divinity here if you are supporting Flaming Chaos. So they are looking to, still maintain that pressure, but Divinity just finding a pretty good clear there, however critical now with the possession.
And mission critical at this juncture to get some scores back on the board, find some juice in the batteries at least for the next round. So there they are, good quick stack, and they're able to beat the diver on the goal based off of that. So rocket, and that was indeed a rocket down the floor in order to capture that.
Yep, definitely good points there. A lot of people that might be new onto the scene might say, okay, well, the round is over, 15 to 6. You know, are they really going to keep going for these plays? Well, it definitely does relate to the next rounds as well as, you know, the subtle things as such as, you know, MMR always can be affected at the end of the day. So, yeah, no, keep pushing, and even to the end of the round. Even if it seems lost, keep pushing because those few points that you might score might just set the tone for the next round. And Flaming Chaos might be trying to set a bit more tone if they can find a steal here. Perhaps they are just going to be passing around Divinity and just taking their time here. And I think that might wrap out this round.
All right, indeed, that is the case. So first one over, but still good work to at least bring it to within single digits for the side of Flaming Chaos. And yeah, I mean, there is some carryover effect, and plus it does affect the MMRs as well, those scoring differentials. So, I mean, it all matters at the end of the day. And yeah, I mean, round 2 could be a totally different story. In fact, often cases it is.
Yeah, 100% could be a different story. I mean, Flaming Chaos and Divinity were quite even in the beginning of that first half until Divinity kind of broke out. So it definitely feels like it can go one way or another in this game. So it will be interesting to see what can change up within this second round.
All right, on that note, you might have heard there the timeout initiated. So they're going to take a few extra minutes, it would seem. And the Twitch chat there, Outback Blaze cheering on Divinity. Divinity got this. Well, they definitely got that first round. Lomi and Eli saying they are good. Yeah, all these teams are good. I'm eternally impressed by the skill level of these teams, relative especially to how long players have been playing. I mean, even in North America earlier on, we had some bronze and silver matches, and you know, NA has a couple hundred teams at least. I mean, there's a lot of teams there. So when you're talking about even bronze and silver, and we're going like deep into the ladders, and there was still some seriously impressive play that I witnessed there as well. And then same for OCE here, the newest Region 2 VRML, and yet, I know I say this a lot, Pam, but season after season, really week after week, month after month, you can see that development at every single tier.
Yeah, 100%. And it's always interesting as well as seeing development, just seeing already developed teams from other regions. So always being able to cast the different regions, always being able to see the different gameplay. And even honestly, I would watch that gameplay and I'd go back to like the OCE lobbies and I'd be like, hey guys, you got to see how these people were regrabbing. You got to see how people were doing these passing. You got to do, this was insane. You got to take a look at this. Just taking a little bit from each region. If you liked Avatar, you took a little bit of each element to, you know, find that perfection. There's the Avatar reference for the day. No more Avatar. But yeah, as you said, definitely great experience in seeing different regions and how they develop over time.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite parts for sure, because another one of the common themes in recent streams over the Challenger Cup for North America and Europe, and then even the streams just the first few days of this week, seeing a lot of these players in the high diamond and master divisions of our other regions, where legitimately a lot of those players just months ago, you know, last year, 2 years ago, whatever the case is. I mean, you're seeing when VRML first started, a lot of those bronze, silver, gold players from back then, they are now in diamond and master. And they're the ones being looked up to by the newer player bases. They're the ones kind of offering that mold of exactly how you want to play. So it's exciting. I'm excited. And indeed, Lomi, we are excited, as you can tell. And Phoenix also stopping by the chat for the break.
Yep. So I got lost for a second there because I heard the time ticking in there. I'm like, oh, it's gonna start now. And then I alt-tabbed to the chat and I began reading the chat, and then I'm looking at the chat and I'm not used to seeing my face on the stream, so I'm looking up the chat. I'm like, wait a minute, that's me. Wait a minute. Oh wait, yeah, I agreed to do this. I forgot.
Do you like what you see?
I do. Wait a minute. Let me get this thing again. Let me get this.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I really like what I see. I really like what I see. Yeah, this is really good. Keep it going. Yep, this is good.
Oh, there's cranberry juice dripping all down my arm right now.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. Change the scene. We're going back into the game.
We're gone. I'm a little bit. My hand's a bit a bit cranberried at the moment, but that's okay. We're good. So round 2, we are off and underway. Let's see how this one goes momentum-wise. Well, the momentum continues, it looks like, as Bob Jeffrey 1-2-3 for the 1-2-3 points.
Yeah, Divinity definitely not letting go of that pressure. I mean, we saw it within that first round as well. They found the breakout, found the disc, and instantly punishing. And it feels like Flaming Chaos had an open goal on both situations here. And Divinity just punishing that extra extent for a 3-pointer here. So definitely not the start Flaming Chaos are looking for within this second round.
Also, shout out to Super Buddy, so more NA presence. I don't usually expect to see so many familiar faces, especially of the Buddy variety, but welcome to it. Glad to have you, bud, because you are indeed my bud, pal. So here we go, and I am pal, actually, on that note. But setup here, Pam, looks like maybe a 3 opportunity of their own if they hurry this one up. Oh, a ding!
But they do have the recollection of the disc, and for 2 points, they'll take it. 9 minutes still remaining on the timer. It feels like 5 minutes have gone by with all that back and forth action. And, you know, they're finding those 2 points, definitely looking up for Flaming Chaos here. They just need to keep that momentum, I guess.
Yeah, making off asking, are there any plans for a VRML LAN? I would say that's the intention. I can't, nothing planned at the moment, certainly, but I from the moment I joined VRML, I always said my biggest goal is to bring LANs back to Echo at the large scale. So certainly, I would love to. We would love to. That said, I love this match so far, and you know what? I love the fact that we've proved already, even without a quote-unquote official LANs, we can still have those community style LANs. There's even more coming soon. So hey.
Yeah, 100% looking forward to every single one of those LANs, whether you're watching it from home or you're there yourself. Those 2 points as well, great from Core. Even when you're watching it yourself from a stream, you feel the same excitement as going there. You're being able to talk to everyone there as well, even if you're in the chat. But all I'm saying is that if there's a LAN and you know I happen to be in the area, you know I'm pulling up with that lightsaber and we're having a duel. That's it. It's already confirmed. I've signed you up.
Is that a threat? I feel like that's probably a ban, but that's all right.
It's an honor.
Yeah, it's an honor to fall to the lightsaber of PAMWOW. What was I thinking? Thinking otherwise.
But yeah, grabbing that disc will be cool. Finding that clear through the right side, you know, actually that pressure there from Divinity nearly catching the disc before it was cleared here. However, they are able to follow up on it off the shoulder. Ooh, wow. And Tarina with a nice save there.
Yeah, but you know what? Overall, first of all, yeah, great save from Tarina. Nothing unusual there. But I like this start. 4 points already on the board for a Flaming Chaos, and they might have some more chances, although the intercept from that back stack, so Orion taking it over, trying to get back into the position is the defense, although the miss pass there will delay things a bit, so they still have a bit of time as a back pass now initiated.
Yeah, you can see how even though the pass was missed, they were still able to recollect themselves here and, you know, take that time to set up the attack again. And, you know, just like that, the passes follow up with each other and Bob Jeffrey able to find the points in the end.
Yeah, really nice pass work there. I like that because, as you saw in the midfield, there was a lot of bothersome defense. 2 or 3 of the players just hopping out of there and trying to pressure hard, but the passes were good enough, and even when they missed 1 or 2 here or there, they were still able to gather it back, reset to the midfield, and then work their way up the floor again with some just great disc cycling. You love to see that kind of team play.
Yeah, 100%, and both players stunning each other out here, both angry and waiting to grab that disc, and it will be Vague resetting that disc over to Tarina. Tarina getting stunned out, but able to get that get the momentum of the disc down to the teammate, bouncing off. That was very close to the goals indeed. The right side of the post and the clear from Rocket.
Yeah, my goodness, that was that close, but definitely something I'll be happy that did miss because they're within 1 point, and a 3 here as a Dusty there, a Dusty there, here a Dust, there a Dust, everywhere a Dust. Where's old Jack Burton? Anyway, back to the blue zone. This might be a goal for them if they can line that up.
Oh, bouncing off the shield here, and the regrabs are on their way. They might be able to make another attempt here at goals. Here comes Rocket Chan sending it down below. Some pressure on Leto here. He's trying to find a pass. A Dusty again. Where is old Jack Burton? And here comes the pass over to the nest. Barely missing the teammate there by the Ghost. It will be caught. Trying to find his way down. Getting stunned out. And Vague with the steal and the clear possibly.
Lomi asking, how you guys so smooth with switching who's commentating? Secrets of the trade. Actually, it's not as difficult as you would think, but, you know, there are tricks here and there. Maybe we'll go over them after this match goes, but yeah, this match, so far the flow of it, I love the pace of this second round. We're halfway through it, but a higher scoring and much more competitive as Tarina getting competitive, looking at the goalie, just eyeing him down, shaking the head and saying, no, this is mine.
Yeah, but not theirs just yet. I mean, just under the 5-minute region here, and only a 3-point difference. Now, what we saw in the last round was as soon as we passed that 5-minute mark, Divinity just unleashed on that momentum. They just kept piling on these points. And even though they was very close within the first half, Flaming Chaos just really let go of that grip within the second half. So now let's see if we can change things up in this second round. However, it might just repeat itself in terms of the first round. It will be Divinity with the possession, unlucky, and finding the clear will be Flaming Chaos.
So a little bit of time and a tight angle on a shot, but a pass. Wow, that was perfectly placed, perfectly communicated more so. That's going to get them this goal, a one-on-one potentially. Unfortunately, they do miss it, so a rebound here would be very pertinent. However, Bob Jeffrey able to recover, so that's tough because that was a great chance.
Yeah, and now leaving that goal open, unpunished, unfortunately. They're bouncing off the backboard and unable to find those 3 points, and those would have been some crucial points there for Divinity to close out the game immediately here. And here comes Core with the pass, actually the clear, bouncing down below the trap section there. And Tarina now trying to find that crossover pass by the trench. Vague.
Nothing vague about that, Pam. I don't know what you're talking about, but regardless, it was pretty obvious. Orion here with the disc at the red logo. I don't know about you sometimes.
Yep. You know what? Okay, I'm getting okay. You hear this? You hear this? Yep. You want to say that again, Palidore? Say it again.
Take it away, PAMWOW.
All right, okay, all right. You know what? I forgive you. Here comes the pass to the boot. Orion sending it up. Oh, the stun on the goalie, but bouncing off the top of the post. They're able to recollect the disc here, sending it back down behind and bouncing off the head of Rocket Shen. Those 2 points helping out Divinity there.
Oh man, so the dive was there, and it was nearly a good defensive stop. Couldn't quite get that one, but alas, a 5-point advantage here in that second round. And you kind of mentioned this is what happened a bit in the first, so the trend's starting to go in that direction.
Yep, 100% here, and with 2 minutes 48, there's still some time here for Flaming Chaos. A 3-pointer will put them back in this one. And that disc sailing close to the goals here. A 2-on-1 situation here, dedicating the one player for the pressure so they can possibly find the panic, the pre-Dusty, as Lido is able to find the possession, sending it down below underneath. A pre-Dusty is just a stun, I know. I'm sorry, I made it up on the spot. Here comes the 2-on-1, and Divinity able to pressure that one and find the possession.
Thing is, I knew exactly what you meant there, but yeah, will be grabbed by Bob Jeffrey. Oh, knocked out of there by Core, who was blazing through. But Bob Jeffrey just tapping off, using the player as an anchor and saying, oh, thank you for that. Phoenix able to save and eject into the midfield.
Yeah, great save there indeed. And now here comes the follow-up. Potentially will be Lido, the actual member who saved the disc, now sending it below, trying to do everything. Unfortunately, sending the disc just a bit underneath there, and they're unable to quickly form themselves back onto that disc, and it will be an air dodge here. Bob Jeffrey followed by a clear.
And Bob Jeffrey following it up with a grab and a little bit of time to either make a move with a teammate here, and they will. So there's the duck. There's the pass. Oh, I love that. That part I love. Forget the duck. The fact that most players would say, yeah, I just made a nice move. I'm going to take this. No, I'm going to be unselfish. Get my teammate involved. I like it.
Yeah. And according to new VRML moves rules, that is actually style points. So this team, Divinity, actually get bonus 5 points at the end of this round. Style points always handy to look out for.
Yeah, absolutely. So Steez is the meta here in Season 4. Watch out, Joker just became even more dangerous. I mean, Ignite. But yeah, down to the other end. And meanwhile, Cam Jam has just won a championship. But that said, he would be the style king, man.
Style king.
I give Cam all the credit in the world because to me, he is one of the originators of just the style and the profiling, not to take from Ric Flair, but finishing right there is Bob Jeffrey.
Yeah, great finish indeed here, and a bit similar to that first round, what we were mentioning earlier. Divinity just find that momentum, and they're able to just keep piling on those points. Unfortunate for Flaming Chaos, but I mean, these passes from Divinity have definitely been insane to watch and to cast over. 30 seconds remaining on the timer, and Flaming Chaos with the possession.
So as this comes to a close, Rocket with a send-off, but will maybe just result in kind of a self-pass, so we're covering off that wall being collapsed upon by the 3 defenders, and all lined up here on the right side of the floor as they make their way down, but knowing that they have this victory secured after the first 5 minutes being so competitive and close, they definitely were able to close out here, and just put an end to the potential run that Chaos was trying to build up to.
Yeah, and all things considered, you know, Flaming Chaos definitely still a force to be reckoned with. They definitely showed in the earlier half of each round, they even taken the lead at a point, you know. Flaming Chaos definitely putting in a big fight there, but Divinity just not letting go. You know, all those passes that we saw throughout the game, I think it's a lot of it has to do with repetition. A lot of it has to do with the consistency of those passes, because even when a pass went wrong, you could see earlier on within this round, they were able to recollect themselves and they were able to form their passes again and, you know, bring it back to the goals. So I think it's just being able to stay calm, cool, collected, you know, okay, we stuffed up that one pass, let's bring it back and send it back. And they did it, and Divinity found those points and they were able to, you know, maintain that momentum and take away the second round and the first one as well. So that will be Divinity taking away the game from Flaming Chaos.
That they will, and apologies there on the stats. As of the last few days, we've been having some double up, so although Bob Jeffrey played quite well, didn't score 33 points. But that aside, still a great game all around from both these teams. You know, Divinity have streamed them several times now, and we see with this win, they will get the 7th win on the season, so they will actually have a positive win rate off of that, and it's a great way to start the second half of the season, the second cycle, although I know the cycle system not necessarily in OCE the same way it is in EU and NA, but same thing, same difference. We're at the halfway point, and this is basically when you say, okay, we should be feeling in a good rhythm now. This is how we want to basically be right now. This is how we want to go the rest of the season. You know, we're not warming up into it anymore. We're in the thick of things. So that's good for them. Let's see if they can make a push there into you know, the latter portions of the season, finals, etc., etc. And Flaming Chaos, again, you mentioned the newer roster put together, a roster change-up. And yeah, we'll kind of see where they end up here with their first loss, but it was still closer than I think the score indicates, as we saw where it was competitive, certainly in multi-minute spans.
Yeah, 100% always great to watch where these teams are going to develop and where they're going to go. Divinity being one of them. I mean, if there's anything I was going to tell the whole team of Divinity right now, I'd say, man, you guys have improved, like in terms of passing, regrabbing, you guys have definitely improved since the last few times that we've been casting, or at least since at least what I've seen on the cams, whatever I've seen here on the cast. It's definitely been improvement. That's the least to say. So good on ya, Divinity. And Flaming Chaos, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what your team develops into as well, because you guys definitely gave Divinity a run for their money as well.
Oh yeah, definitely had to make them work for it, especially you saw that second round. It really wasn't until the last 4 minutes or so that they started to pull away, but otherwise they were holding their own. So that's a great sign, great signal for them. And yeah, meanwhile though, PAMWOW, have I appeased you? No more lightsabering or anything like that, I hope.
You know what? No more lightsabering. I'm just gonna play you a nice tune.
Okay. Oh, I was prepared. Okay. Very pleasant, actually. You're gonna put me to sleep in a good way.
This was Flaming Chaos and Divinity. Hope you guys in chat enjoyed it. Stay happy, healthy, safe, be good to each other. Oh wait, that's not my line.
Oh, hey now. You know, I am now more encouraged than ever to get a proper Echo Overtime podcast. or just an Echo Talent show for that matter. That would be fun in its own right.
Echo Talent show, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that was fun, and that sounded quite nice. So with that, let's see, anyone else in the Twitch chat there with comments that we may have missed? Shout out to Coiny Boy as well, and Tarina stopping by in the chat. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us. Good games. as well as Cedric, Delabelle, listening to PAMWOW with the pleasant decibels. So, mighty swell time. Oh yeah, I guess I did say we would answer maybe that question on commentating, so I'll try to make this like really brief. But how do casters know to not talk over each other? Basically, in a nutshell, is when the caster, if you imagine everything a caster says like as a structured sentence, when they end with a period, a pause, period, pause, that's the sign for the other caster to step in if they have something to say, basically. And another trick is, if you're casting and you're like the play-by-play guy or whatever, or even if you're analysis, you're looking to continue your sentence, but you don't quite know what to say, so when you gather your words, you'll notice what we do is leave off with not a period at the end, but more like a comma, or just a word like so, or but, or and, to kind of gather our thoughts. So, like that, right? Where this, and this happened, so I think this and this and this is going to happen, and blah, 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 blah. But if I end with the end of a sentence, then we switch.
As well as the structure of the sentence, a lot of it else has to do with, you know, that voice, the actual voice, the tone that you're giving the words that you're saying. So if I'm just getting excited and I'm just waiting for Palidore to continue, like, I don't think he's going to expect to continue. But if I'm wrapping up my sentence and then I come to an end, I think that's when he's going to know to come in. As well as the structure, that tone of your voice is also going to, you know, impact whether or not that other caster is going to think you're crazy or you're on spot.
I mean, I think you're crazy regardless, but in the best of ways.
Yeah. Palidore!
What do you want, Pam? I'm messing around. Oh boy, it's dripping. All right, anyway. Quick example of what Pam was saying. So, for instance, yes, if we were getting very excited, you know, the tone starts getting up and high here, and it's excitement, it's hitting a peak. It's hitting a peak, so he doesn't expect me to actually stop my sentence anytime soon because big plays are happening, but now the play happened, and the shot missed, so it's going to go out of there, and now I'm going to wind down my voice a little bit.
Beautiful.
Roller coaster wound down. It's like, oh, okay, I kind of slowly break to a stop, and now he knows to keep going. Anyway, yes, that is Caster Tutorial 101 here on Echo Overtime.
Damn, that feels good.
Yeah. On that note, if any of you do have casting aspirations here for VRML, go apply. You can register on the website now, vrml.com. or vrmasterleague.com, or vrml.gg. All three work. But yeah, register tab, you should see apply to production or something like that. And yeah, you can apply. Our new production leads team that we integrated a few weeks ago, they're busy on the applications and interviews and bringing people on board. So, yeah, just a little tip. But
Default, you did miss it, mate. Trust me. If you want to take a look at the VOD, trust me, it's worth it, mate. It's worth it.
Oh, Default. Oh, you missed Defun. Well, with that said, sadly, that is it for this stream. As far as I'm aware, nothing else on the schedule, it would seem. Well, I lie. There is something later, but that's probably a bit past my time. Echo Japan and Invictus Reserve, so that must have been scheduled within like the last 30 minutes or so. But
definitely was. Yep.
Yeah. But in any case, rest assured, guys, I'm going to be casting here plenty more throughout the rest of the season, and hopefully Pam will join me as he can, because these are too much fun.
100% too much fun, mate.
Any final words? And please, no more lightsaber. I can't. My heart can't take it.
All right, now we'll
hold on. Can you
hold on? Can you? I can entertain. You go.
No. Just bring the music out again real quick and.
Oh, bring the music back.
This is how we'll close the stream.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh yes. Well, thank you here from VRML. I hope you've had a time that's swell, but now it's time for bed, so I'll leave you here on the stream instead. Okay, anyway. Happy...
That was good winding. See, we talked about that, winding it up, and then he took it back down. Good stuff.
Yeah. Wait, keep going. I gotta do my little shtick at the end.
I thought you said...
Just, I know. I need to do my signature. It doesn't feel right.
Okay.
We have be healthy and safe and good to each other, and I'll see you very soon. Here from Pally's room.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.